I don't know, just like it's a faith thing of like, if I always say like, oh yeah, like I have faith that the path of my life is gonna work out and that God's working through everything. But then I'm still like trying to control everything and make sure I have a secure job and a good life, and then that's not really faith.
Sure, I understand. I think that's something that a lot of people, I mean, we all deal with, and but being able to leave that door open and have the faith, that's a really two positive things that I see. And once again, touching back on, it's a good thing to be doing something that you enjoy, and not doing something because you feel pressured to, or that people are, you have to be held up to a standard. So how did your grandparents, what were their thoughts? Did you feel like they were influential in your decision as well?
Yeah. My grandpa is a really practical guy, and so I expected him to be like, I don't know, like they're really supportive, but in the back of my mind, I was expecting them to just be like, oh, kids these days are like going off to college to get these impractical degrees and just to like feel happy and not to really work hard, and instead he was just like, well, he just like brought up on Google like careers for English majors, and he was just like, look, you can do all these things. Aww. And I don't know, he just made me feel like, I guess I had felt, also when I thought about not being a nursing major, I thought, then I shouldn't be in school at all. Because like, if I'm not paying for a degree that's going to get me a job, then it's not worth it. And he just made me feel like education is worth it, and that like it'll still be possible to have a good life and a good job after school. And
good. Your grandfather sounds like a wise man.
He's awesome. Yeah.
That was a big relief too, I'm sure, to hear those words. You said a little bit with socially things, just stress here at school, friends, or would you like to talk about that?
Mostly it's just that all of my really close friends are cross-cultural, and it's just been hard because I feel like I'm kind of starting over. But then, I guess part of me is like resistant to becoming really close friends with anyone.
Okay.
Again, because I just think, like, put all that effort into building another really close relationship, and then once everyone comes back, I'm not sure how to like juggle that, because I like just have only so much social energy. But I think that's been like a bad way to think, because then I just don't want to like really tell anyone what's going on in my life, and then I just sort of like draw into myself. And
well, just so you know that I'm always here, and also, and then you were talking about cross-cultural, so your friends are on that. Now, is that something that you're going to be doing during school here?
Yeah, I'll do that next semester.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, in the fall. And so that's another reason why I decided to just like stay on at school, especially is, I feel like what I really need is like some real life experience, and just getting out and seeing different things, and just taking a little break from the academia of it. And so I think cross-cultural will be good for
Wonderful.
that.
Where are you going then?
South Africa.
Oh, and too, I mean, you can, when you're there, that may also help you put in perspective of things that you do want to go for. So you kind of have a little break, just to, that we don't have to feel like you have to come back next semester and be like, okay, I'm going for this major. So that'll give you a little time to reflect, and who knows what you'll do there.
Yeah, that's really true.
And are there friends that you'll be going with that you know of? Or is it going to be a new?
A little of both. David and Madeline are going.
Oh, okay.
And Eva, so.
Oh, South Africa.
Yeah, David will be good.
All right, wonderful. And so you feel like you can be close to one of those or a couple of those?
Yeah, I mean, it still won't be, like, I don't know, I just got along so well with my first roommate that it's almost a little bit of a curse because, like, we just clicked so well and just invested a lot of time in our friendship. And then now it's like this sort of unattainable standard, and not really, because we put a lot of work into having a good friendship, and just like laying down boundaries carefully to be roommates. And so if I did that with someone else, I know I could be good friends with them, as good of friends with them as I am with her. But I just have to like remind myself that it took a year and a half to get to that point, and that it took a lot of work, and that what we had when she left was not what we had when we first met, and so.
Yeah. One thing with cross-cultural friends, you're going to be thrown in a lot of different settings from what I understand, and other people, and I think just having your attitude, being positive about it, it's going to go a long way, and just being open. That's going to be, for some people, that may be a little more difficult. I don't know about, for you all the time, but there's going to be times you're just going to have to kind of jump in head first, and I'm sure that probably seems a little intimidating to feel, just to be like, what are you going to be going into, but there's always people to ask questions for, and
yeah, definitely.
I'm not sure if this is all. I didn't hit the start. Can you look?
Yeah. 14 minutes.
Is that good enough?
Yeah.